There are tough guys out there, willing, ready, and able to challenge you. Ryan, you've seen it. John, you've seen it. Steve, you've seen it.
Guys that think they're tough.
Yeah, guys that think they're tough. Oh, you're just tall.
You don't look so
Hey,
big.
give us that analogy you gave me last night about guys that build homes. Say that.
It's really funny because there's always every once in a while you get the guys that think they're a badass, and that's Tito Ortiz. He don't look so big, and come up and say something stupid. And just put the analogy of what do you do for a living? Oh, I do construction. Cool. You put your pants on, tie your shoes on, and you go to work, right? Yeah. Well, I go to the gym. I put a cup on. I put a mouthpiece on. We put a headgear, and we punch, kick, take down, choke each other literally 6 days a week, 8 hours a day.
Nice.
Do you want to show me how to build a house?
Yeah.
I don't want to show you how to fight. Usually puts the kibosh and everything. So
it's a good analogy.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I'm a professional, man. I've been doing it for so long. I mean, it's kind of scary, 11 years. I think I'm an older man, but being only 33 years old, I still have a bright future if continue on competing.
Today. Well, I've got a surprise for you. Your college coach is joining us right now on the line.
No.
From Cal State Bakersfield. You ready for it? TJ Kerr, what are you doing, TJ?
I'm doing really well. We're sitting here at San Luis Obispo, and we're getting ready to wrestle. I just want to tell Tito that we're really proud of him and what he's done, and guys like him and Stephen Neal, and those guys just help us a lot because we don't have very much money or very good budget, as Tito knows.
Thanks, Kerr. I appreciate that.
He didn't get very much meal money on the trips.
Right, that's really funny. It's kind of funny for the listeners who listen. Kerr actually was my our college wrestling coach, and we had our battles awards back and forth, of course. And
but isn't that what wrestlers are designed to do? They're taught to do. They're taught to be self-sufficient within a team atmosphere, taught to be strong on their own, learn all that you can from your coaches and your environment that you're put into, and sometimes heads butt. You know what? Sometimes heads butt. I've butt heads with a lot of guys in this sport on a daily basis, and I'm not a competitor.
In wrestling, I think the opportunities that wrestlers get are very small from some of the bigger sports that happen just because we're not really looked upon as a great sport. But the wrestlers who wrestle and the guys who are fans of wrestling know how hard the work we put into it. I learned a lot from it. I got to give Kerr one thing. I learned hard work from him, and I learned hard work, and I'm very thankful because when I got into fighting, it was easy. We would get up and we'd run at 7 in the morning. We'd run for an hour. I almost lost my leg because of it, but and we'd lift for an hour and a half after that, and we'd go have wrestling practice. And it wasn't a drill session. This was pounding, and I was getting my butt kicked every day by Stephen Neal.
Coach Kerr, was Tito Ortiz I understand you had your challenges with him, and he with you, and we'll put all that aside. But was he a good wrestler?
Yeah, people ask me all the time, and I said, well, what's good about Tito is he had those grappling techniques, but he also had striking techniques, and most grapplers don't. And so I think that's why he's been so successful. And that's just from an outsider point of view. Just ask Tito if he's been backpacking lately.
Oh, that's funny. Actually, I have. That's funny. That was a great time too. There were some good times at Cal State Bakersfield. I met some great people and some people to kind of push me forward in my life, I guess, to be a better man.
Okay, see you, Scott and Tito.
All right, take it easy, Kerr.
TJ Kerr, head coach at Cal Bakersfield. In wrestling, you got like minds, but sometimes differing opinions.
Yeah, different opinions. It's just I look for inspirational people to help out with other kids who are coming up, and Kerr wasn't that type of guy to be too inspirational. He, would nitpick and, push buttons of people that really didn't need to be done. There was a guy, David Ofoa, who wrestled for us at Cal State Bakersfield. He came from junior college, and he was one of my really good friends, a roommate of me also, and he had a stuttering problem. And, as a guy, got a head coach, you would be a little inspirational towards the guy and kind of like help him out when they have a stuttering problem. Well, Kerr would make fun of him. And I took it very seriously.
You took it personal?
I took it personal. I took it very personal.
But you're a protective guy.
I'm protective. I believe in respect. When respect is dealt, it should be dealt with, some type of class. And I took it too personal. And David was a good friend of mine, and I had to stick up for him. But
MMA, for the most part, has remained clean, comparatively speaking, to boxing. Now Don King jumps in down in Florida. What are your thoughts on that?
Can he bring more money to the sport? Possibly. People always give him a bad rap, but you got to understand what he makes boxers is great money. You don't see any other big MMA companies giving out their pockets to the fighters who got them there at all. And, you look at it, what did Don King make Tyson? Over a 10-year span, $400 million.
And what does he have now?
Well, I mean, that's just an opportunity of someone who had no business management of money at all.
At all.
And but he still had that opportunity. He had that opportunity and he lost it. There's a lot of pro boxers that do that. So, a lot of fighters who are listening and so forth, you guys can understand it's about business. This fighting stuff is fun to have your hand raised and all the glory and everything that comes around with belts and titles and all that. But at the end of the day, when you go home, you have to go home to your family. You got to take care of your family, and that's what it's all about, I think. Personally, the fight game's cool. It's nice to knock people out, to cut people, to give the fans what they want to see. But at the end of the day, bills got to get paid, families got to get fed. And right now with the recession the way it's going, MMA's still the powerhouse of the sports right now.
You could bring a big crowd if you got that title shot at that Brock Lesnar, because I can tell you what, that was
Brock Lesnar's too big for me. Yeah, I know my limits. I mean,
but you know what?
But I don't know if I put 10, 15 pounds on, I'd be a little bigger. But I mean, I look at it now. Look who's the champion light heavyweight. I beat him. Look who's getting a title fight against him. I beat him too.
You've been denied some chances too.
It's fine. Like I say, the whole scheme of my fight career is far from done.
Yeah, boy.
And I'm gonna compete a lot more. I'm still in the hunt. I lost to Machida, of course. The guy ran for me for 3 rounds. I almost submitted him, and I'm not a jiu-jitsu guy. It's just opportunities that come about. I see the champion Forrest Griffin, who deserves it. He's a great champ, and he deserves it. He put his time in. He put his work in. He's fighting for pennies, or peanuts also. But it's just a factor of I beat the 2 guys who are fighting for a title right now, and I'm excited, man. My stock's still up there. I'm only 33 years old. I'm not an old man, and I'm still growing, and I'm gonna get better, and I'm just excited to see how it is.
Question for you, Tito. When can we see you? You think we can see you fight, and who do you think that'll be for? Or who would you like to fight for?
Awesome questions. Actually, I just had surgery about 2.5 months ago. So they said 6-month total of rehab. I said 8 months just to make sure I'm 100%. I feel good. I have no pains down my legs anymore since surgery. And the next competition I'll be competing in will be in July, I say. Possibly in July. I'll be 100% by then. Who I'm going to be fighting for, only time will tell. Affliction's a huge opportunity for me, of course. Me and Tom Hencio actually have a close relationship now. We talk all the time. I know they got some big news coming out here for the 24th card. So we'll see what happens next year for sure. But 2009 will be an opportunity for me to come back and start making some
It's the year of the Tito.
Yeah, we'll see.
The year of the Tito.
Every year is a year of Tito Ortiz, so
That's
we'll
what
see.
I'm talking about. All right, Punishment Athletics. You can find them online at punishmentathletics.com. Tito Ortiz website. Tito, what is that? MMA space, right?
Actually, TitoOrtiz.com.
TitoOrtiz.com.